強いな。ずい。
Hi guys, welcome to my video and my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about exploding potions or potion bombs or throwing potions or whatever I end up calling it. So exciting stuff. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee and some popcorn and let's begin. So the whole idea is that you will pick these potions up like you pick everything else up in the game. Let's say you pick up a fire potion. When you throw it, it will explode in a fireball after 2 seconds. It's fairly simple, right? But you can also pick up like a poison potion or a lightning potion. These are the 3 potions I have right now. And when you throw them, after 2 seconds, they will explode and dealing damage to the enemy. I mean, it's as simple as that. And you know, the reason I'm making these potions, there are different reasons, but one of the reasons is that I need a system for all my abilities in the game. I need some kind of system where I can go into a menu and select which ability I want on what button. Alright? So I mean, let's say you have a shield, and then you can have 4 shield abilities that you can use with the shield, but maybe you have unlocked 8 shield abilities. And then I want the player to be able to select from these 8 abilities which 4 ones he wants to take with him into the dungeons. And before I start implementing that whole nightmare of a system and ruining my whole player character and everything else, I decided I wanted to try something similar on the side. And that led me to these potions you can pick up, which will kind of have the same system. So you can, maybe you have picked up 3 different potions and you are able to quickly select between these 3 potions which one you want to have the active one, the next one you'll be throwing, right? I'm also considering putting the healing potion in that carousel of selectable potions. So you will have to select your healing potion before you use it. Same way as you need to select your fire potion before you can throw it. And I'm guessing that this potion system and the skill ability system is kind of the same thing I want. So that's why I'm doing the potion system now without completely destroying the player character, right? But let me show you the system I have created right now. It's still a work in progress, and I can already see right now that it's not going to really work for what I'm trying to do. But let's get into it. So let's have a look at the master potion bomb, which is this one right here. It's a pretty simple blueprint. So on begin play, I add an impulse, which will make the potion go forward and a little up, right? And then the physics with gravity will pull it down, so it will kind of flow in a grenade. I mean, you know what I'm talking about here, right? I'm also adding an angular impulse in degrees, which means that it will add a random rotation for when the potion is flying. Then after 2 second delay, it will spawn an explosion depending on what type of potion it is, and then it will destroy itself. Simple as that, right? And then we have the small code here where the potion is hitting the environment. It's this collision sphere that is doing all the physics, and the potion mesh is just a parent of that collision, right? So the mesh is just following along. There's no collision or anything on the mesh. It's all on the collision sphere. So when the collision is hitting the environment, I will spawn a small particle effect where the hit is, and I will also spawn a sound effect. The sound effect will have a small delay before it can be triggered again. So we are kind of avoiding these multiple sounds getting played very fast if it's hitting a lot of things very fast, right? So there's a small delay before the sound can play again, which will give the bottle this clink clank sound when it's hitting the environment, right? And every time it's hitting the environment, I will turn the volume multiplier down a little, so the sound gets weaker and weaker with every bounce.
There. Diablo.
The problems comes in the character blueprint where I'm spawning the potion, right? I'm trying to do it super simple. So the first thing is press the correct button and it will throw potion, right? Then I have a custom event called throw potion, and that should handle everything regarding the potions. So when Gorm is throwing a potion, he will put his shield on the back, he will play an animation, and he will throw the chosen potion. Right now I have 3 potions: the poison, the fire, and the lightning potion. Right? These are all childs of the master potion bomb. I have just changed the particles and the sound effects. That's and the mesh. That's all I'm doing for these 3 potions. They're doing the same thing, that it just looks different. And here's the problem. You know, I thought I was smart to make an enum and put in the different potion bombs I wanted in that enum. And then depending on which potions Gorm has picked up, I will do different things in the enum, right? So if it's potion 2 he has picked up, then that means it's a fire bomb and he will throw that. If enum, the second line is selected, Jesus Christ, here we go again. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to make something smart, but looking at it now, it makes absolutely no sense to me. Here we have the code where I'm selecting which enum is the active one, right? And if I press right and left on the D-pad, I will go to the next potion in the carousel or in the circle or whatever we call this system. And then I've made it so it loops back, right? So if the enum is less than 0, then it will go back to 2, right? 2 is the max, right? I mean, and guys, again, what is this bullshit with 0 is also a number, right? So I put 3 things into an enum, and then 0 also counts, which means that the highest number is 2, even though there are 3 things in. I mean, who came up with this system? It just makes my brain hurt for no reason. This system works right now when there's 3 potions, but I don't think it's scalable. If I put a 4th potion in, I need to add it to the enum, and I need to change all these numbers. So the max number is suddenly 3, right? And then I need to change all these numbers, which is not the ideal way to do it, I'm pretty sure. So so this is the problem, guys. This is where I'm stuck. I mean, I can throw potions now and I can select between 3 potions, but it's not scalable at all. So my problem is, what I want to do here is that I want to make each potion its own custom event, and then I kind of want to, when you pick up a potion, I want to take that event for that potion and put it into an array. Can you even put a custom event into an array and fire that off from the array? I don't know, but I want to take all these different potions and put them into an array. So it kind of makes sense how many potions Gorm has picked up, right? So I don't have to go in here and set it every time. And also, what if the second potion he picks up is a water bomb, for example? Then this enum system doesn't work, right? I need to put that water bomb into the array, so that's the second one in the array. You know what I'm talking about here? Is it possible to put a custom event into an array? How would you do that, guys? I have no idea. I thought this enum stuff was super clever, but I realize now that it makes no sense. Not for this. And this problem is exactly why I don't want to go into my whole ability system and try and recreate it so it works this way that I want it to work. Now this potion system is my testing grounds, right? Here I can fuck everything up and it won't ruin the game at all. I just can't use potions if it doesn't work. right? If I started on the ability system and it didn't work, then all of a sudden I couldn't use any abilities. So yeah, guys, I need a clever and future-proof way of doing this potion system. I need to make a system that I can expand with new potions all the time. The whole idea also with the potions is that, let's say you have made a fire build out of your character, you have a fire glove and fire abilities, but maybe you also like lightning abilities, so you can pick up these different lightning potions that will do lightning damage. And so it doesn't matter what character you have created, you always will have these potions available to do different things. And I'm even thinking about almost taking all the abilities in the game and put them into a potion version of those abilities, so you can have a summon skeleton potion. So when you throw it, after 2 seconds it explodes and a skeleton will spawn and follow you around. Or maybe it's a tentacle potion, right? You throw it and a tentacle will come up from the ground. Just like if you had the tentacle glove, you know what I mean? That way you will have a lot more stuff you can pick up in the levels, and you will have access to some more abilities, and you're not restricted to the gear you have. I think it sounds like a fantastic idea. But yeah, right now I have 3 different potions and there's no limitations on them right now. I have just set the throw potion to a specific button and I can just press it as many times and as fast as I want, which it's really hard not to do. But of course I need to get the potion count in, and the whole. I also don't have the pickup right now, so I just have endless potions right now. But I need, of course, to make a pickup system and keep track of how many potions you have picked up. Also, which types of potions. How many potions do you have of the different types, and then use them. And when you have 0, you cannot throw any potions. I mean, what am I talking about? Anyways, you know what I mean, right? But I mean, right now the potions are super fun to use, and I'm kind of surprised at how much tweaking I actually needed to get these physics to work correctly, right? Because if you throw the potions too far, you're not gonna hit anything. And if you throw the potion too short, you might as well just hit the enemy, right? So I have landed on somewhere in between. Also, the 2 second was also kind of tricky because you also want the potion to hit the enemy, right? And the enemies are constantly moving around, so when you throw the potion, the enemies can be gone pretty quickly and you won't hit anything. But I think that's also kind of the fun about using these potions, to get the timing right. You actually need some skill to actually hit an enemy. You need to, wait for the enemy to lay an egg or do something else and then throw the potion, so you are making sure that you're hitting it. It's interesting. I think it's super fun to play with. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of this these throwable exploding potions, and if you have any ideas on how I can make this a good system, please let me know. I will gladly hear what you have to say. But guys, that is all I have for you in this video. I'm trying to keep these videos short, so you don't have to sit through a 20-30 minute long video of me rambling about stuff I don't know anything about. Right, so I'm trying to keep it short so it's easier for you to digest. And again, just like now, I just have a tendency to just talk about nothing, which is just taking up all the time in these videos. So I really need to focus on talking about what's important here and just leave all the nonsense out, right? But I mean, I'm still learning, and hopefully I'm getting better. And anyways, remember to like and subscribe and all that, and give me some comments that I can read and we can talk about stuff. It's awesome. All right, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Take good care of yourself and see you next time.